Hello. Let me get everything up to speed here. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. I'm excited to hang out with you today, all my green-eyed beauty girls. So I'm going to teach you about some makeup and color and tips and tricks and all the things today. And so we are going to keep it pretty basic today, but I'm excited to jump in and teach you to really make your green eyes pop. So the first thing before I forget is to remember to do a before and then after picture. And so I will have a survey link after everything is over for you to submit like your picture, so your before and your after. And so just a couple of quick tips when you are taking like a selfie or taking a picture, if you don't have anybody to take your picture for you. With your before picture, you definitely want just like a clean face, nothing on it, and make sure there's good lighting. So I have a ring light, but you don't need a ring light. You can just go in front of a window or kind of stand outside or stand by a door and then take your before and after picture that way. I know with some phones, you have the option to do like portrait mode or just regular. You can pick whatever one you want with that. Try to have just a relaxed expression and do take it like slightly like in front of you. You can angle it up just a little bit if you want to, just to kind of get those angles. You don't have to have it straight on. Definitely don't want the phone below you taking a picture, so at least straight out, but you can take it up a little bit and you can angle it a little bit that way if you want. And another just like quick tip is if you can avoid like busy backgrounds, that just makes your face stand out more. So there's all of that for your before and your after picture. So make sure you take your before. If you forget to take your before, it's easier to do a before like after you take your makeup back off. You know what I'm saying? So after picture will be like the most important thing. But what you'll need today is your makeup bag. And then if you do have any like brushes to apply your makeup, you can use that. Otherwise, you can use applicators or your fingers. You might need like Q-tips and a cotton ball if you need like cleanup things. So if you want to grab those as well. And then I think that's it on the front end. Okay, so what we want to start with is clean face. Okay, so all makeup looks better when it's on just like a healthy, well cared for skin face. Okay, so obviously consistent skincare regimen is going to be that first step to like a flawless face, but at least minimally, even if you're like, I'm not taking care of my skin, Melissa, like do a clean face today for our before and our after picture. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. And if you do have questions at all as we're going through, let me know. But we are going to start with some CC cream. I'm just going to put a little bit on my brush here. And CC cream is lightweight. Make sure you take your before picture while I'm getting this ready. So CC cream is very lightweight. It acts as like makeup to correct any imperfections on your skin. It also has 8 benefits in one, which is a pretty cool thing when it's like an 8-in-1 product. I love when products do more than one thing. It is going to deliver more of a natural, like glowy finish, and it is suitable for all skin types. And so foundation in general lays like the groundwork for any color. Okay. And so just so you know, like there is a makeup masterclass that is coming up next week, that starts next week. And you can actually learn which foundation type and which shade is like your perfect match through that makeup masterclass. Like the CC cream is so lightweight, easy to match. And so you'll apply that. And so you can use your hands, or if you have like a liquid brush, you can use that as well. So just puts a nice like clean canvas from when we do all of our makeup. I'm using a liquid blending brush. So there's lots of little bristles in it that allows for like a nice even finish. All right, so there is that. Okay. So I'm going to pull up the palette that we will be working today. Let me go ahead and share my screen here so you can see. For our Glamorous Greens, these are the colors that we're going to make your green eyes pop the most. And I'm excited to work through this because I love the colors too. Even though my eyes aren't green, they're blue, but these look really pretty with blue eyes. They look really pretty with brown eyes. Like, you cannot go wrong with this palette. But I wanted to show you what we're going to be going through. And so the eye colors and the cheek color, they're all Chroma fusion. And some benefits of that is that they have a color like holds strong for like 12 hours. They have a high impact in their color payoff. And then there's this life proof formula that it's made with, and that is just going to help you like stay looking fresh, like through work, through workouts, through weather. Really almost anything that's on your agenda, they will last through that. And so if you do have an eye primer, that will make them kind of stand out even more. But if not, it's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my brushes here. And like I said, you can either use brushes or you can use applicators. Okay. And so before we jump into all of that, I do want to just kind of like give you a little bit of info with technique and some tips and things like that. And so there's a highlight shade, a base shade, and a crease shade. Okay. And so eyeshadow placement will be key. And the highlight shade is usually the lightest color. Okay. It's used to brighten the eyes. And you usually do it on like the brow bone, like right under here, or like in your inner corners. It can be a matte or a shimmer. Then you have your base shade that's like at a mid-tone, and that is usually used on the eyelids to just kind of help blend any shades together. And then there's a crease shade, and that is the darkest shade, or like the most like little pop of color. And it's used obviously in the crease because it's a crease shade. It also can be used down by your lash line or outer corners to kind of create depth and dimension with your eyes too. So the key to with when you're applying more than one eyeshadow color is to blend shades seamlessly, while maintaining like definition and accents created by those separate colors. So you want them to like gradually blend into the next shade without losing. You don't want it to be all blended together. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want it to be mixed all muddy together. So you want to keep the color separate, but you do want to like kind of soften the lines to separate that. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit as we apply. And so to make your eye color more vibrant, you want to surround it with contrasting shades. So when you use eyeshadow that's like opposite or complementary to your eye color, it's like foolproof. Your eyes are going to pop, which is pretty cool. Okay. So for green eyes, the complement color to green is red. And so green eyes are going to pop when it's paired with shadows that have red undertones. So I'm not telling you put red eyeshadow on, okay, unless you wanted to, but red undertones. Okay. So, or colors that have red to make them. Okay. So think mauves, pinks, purples. Okay. Anything that has that like red undertone are really going to make like your green eyes pop. Okay. And if you have hazel eyes, so there's like hazel where you're like kind of green, kind of brown. If you do more of these pinks and purples with a hazel eye, your eyes will appear more green. And if you did more of when we teach the brown eye colors, if you did more of those colors, your eyes will appear more brown. So it kind of depends what you pair it with. And so you have a little bit more flexibility of making your eyes pop, and kind of cool because you can kind of change your color a little bit. And then the same with blue and green, like there's the blue green hazel as well. And so if you do more of these pinks, mauves, purples, your eyes will appear more green. If you do more of the things on for blue eyes, your eyes will appear more blue. So again, hazel eyes, you guys have a little bit more flexibility and you can kind of change the color of your eyes, which is pretty cool. So other little tips is to remember that your makeup is an accessory to you. Your clothing is an accessory to you. Your makeup is not an accessory to your clothing. Okay. Like, they're both designed to make you look good. All right. And I'll just say with every eye, you do want to highlight a midtone and a contour. So that way you use all of the three depths just to help give your eye like shape like give it a little bit more shape and really make it stand out to you, okay? And as I teach you today, I do want you to know that this is going to be like a very basic application technique, and just note, like, not all eye shapes are the same. So, for example, your eye shape may be more almond while mine are slightly hooded, okay? And so the way that like I apply makeup and you apply makeup would be a little bit different. Like, so if you want to learn more specific technique in that application to your specific eye shape, that is something we will go over in that makeup masterclass that starts next Friday, okay? And then a couple of other just useful tips here. Your highlighter, when you're picking out a highlighter, you want to stay close to your skin tone, okay, or one shade lighter than your skin. That will avoid like a hooded look. It'll avoid puffy brows. Like nobody wants that, right? And so, so if you use something that's like extremely light, so keep it to your skin tone or one shade lighter. If you're going to use shimmers, keep the like if they're really high shimmer, you don't want that like all up in your crease. Okay, so keeping your crease matte, or if it's like not a super high shimmer. Okay, so more matte though, that will allow for drama, but it'll keep signs of aging under control at the same time. Okay. All right. So those are my green-eyed tips so far. So let's go and remove that. I'm gonna pull up a little application screen here, and then we will jump in. Okay. So here's where your eyeshadow placement is going to go. And I will kind of walk you through this. Okay. So, and I'm going to do it with you. So, color one, grab my palette here. So color one is going to go over your entire like eyelid, and we're going to start there. So as you see these colors and you're like, it kind of looks like a puzzle piece, like where do I put it exactly? I want you to think of it more of a layering thing. And so color one is going to go over your entire lid, okay? And then when we do color two, you're just going to put it right on top of that, and that'll help you to blend it a little bit better too. Okay, so color one for our green eyes today is Sunlit Rose. Okay, and so I'm going to just do this over my entire lid. And you'll just put it right where that first arrow is, and it's going to take care of all of, oops, you guys can't see that part. Let me go over here. Okay, so you can see my little cursor here. This is where color one is going to go. It's going to go over all of that, kind of like in an almond shape. Get your eyelid, okay, up to your crease. The other side. Okay. Let me make that smaller really quick so you can see it. So I literally just put it on both my eyelids, okay? And you don't want to take it up too high. So literally just kind of like when you like think of your eyeball, like when it opens that crease there, you don't want to go higher than that. Okay. All right. The number 2 color is our Merlot. This is one of my favorites. This is a dark purpley wine matte color. And this one is going to go in your crease. So if you can see, it's going to be our second arrow. And it's going to go windshield wiper back and forth. And then you're going to pull it down to your lash line. So it's almost making kind of like an upside down Nike sign in a way. And then I'll show you how I apply it too, so you guys can kind of see. So you're going to go right in the crease here and do a little windshield wiper back and forth. Okay. So that's like part 1 of that. And then part 2 is you're going to take the tip of it and you're going to pull it down to your lash line. And I'm going to leave it kind of graphic so you can see that placement there, but we will blend it out. Like that's the key, is like blending all of that out. Okay. Okay, so, and it's okay, like you can see it's starting to get underneath my eye a little bit. We're gonna clean all of that up. You don't have to like go ahead and get messy a little bit. It's totally fine. We'll go back in there and clean it up. Okay, so let me go to this side, little windshield wiper back and forth, and then pull the tail down to the lash line. And that's just gonna really highlight your eye shape. Okay, so there's step 2. Okay, step 3 is we're gonna take that lightest color, and you guys have Blossom for our green-eyed girls. And you're gonna do this one right in like the inner corner of your eye. And then right underneath your brow bone. Okay. You can see the placement there. Again, we are gonna blend this out to just soften everything, okay? Okay, so if you have brushes, I'll show you this on both. If you have brushes, you're gonna take a blank, fluffy brush, okay? Nothing on it. And I want you to see, I'm gonna blend this out. So I'm gonna, where it's kind of harsh, where you can see like the lines, we're just gonna kind of go over top of it, and it's gonna just soften it out, but you're still gonna be able to see the color placement, okay? And the same thing over here. Just kind of brushing over it. Okay, and I'm gonna blend this little light spot out a little bit because I want it to gradually go in there. So do you see the difference of like non-blended and blended? Just how that completely softened that up, right? Okay. If you don't have a brush, I'll show you how to do it with your finger, okay? So, because you don't want to necessarily do it with the applicator. So you're going to take a blank finger, make sure it's like clean, and you're just going to kind of soften right over where that crease is. So really the same places that I showed you with the brush, but you're going to do your finger. Just be careful because once you start touching it to blend it, it will get on your finger a little bit, and so you don't want to touch all over, or it will it'll kind of make it more muddy, okay? And so I'm going to take a new finger. I'm just going to take my thumb, and I'm going to take the lighter color, and I'm going to push it towards the center just to blend that part out a little bit. So you can see I still blended it with my finger. So if you don't have a brush, all good, okay? All right, so there's eyeshadows. Aren't they so pretty? Okay, so if you have a Q-tip, you can go ahead and clean up a little bit. You can take a blank Q-tip. I'm going to just put a tiny bit of our makeup remover on the end. I'm just going to go right underneath here and clean up any of that fallout. Okay. Use the other side to kind of dry it. Okay. So there's that. All right, next thing that I'm going to do is just touch up, because when you clean underneath there, it does take your foundation off a little bit of your CC cream. So I'm going to just do a little bit more CC cream right underneath here to kind of put back what I took off. Got a little too much there. That's all good. It'll blend in. All right. Any questions so far? Okay. All right. So now we're going to jump into mascara. And I will give you a couple mascara tips here. So after you open your mascara, just know it should be replaced every like 3 to 4 months, just to promote like optimal performance with your mascara. Then also make sure that like tons of bacteria doesn't, mess with your eyes. Like, so just think every time the quarter changes, every time it's a new season, get a new mascara, and then you're good to go. Okay. Another tip would be never to like pump your mascara in and out. That instead do like a swirl in there. Okay. Because that anytime that you add that oxygen in there. It's going to dry out your formula quicker. And plus, like, that's how more bacteria can kind of get trapped up in there. So swirl versus pump. Okay. And then just know we do have several mascara options. So you can pick your mascara based on the finish that you want. So we have different brushes and different formulas, okay? And so if you want to expand and extend your lashes, lash intensity mascara would be your thing. If you want to like magnify and have like super high definition, then our Lash Love mascara is good for that. If you want volume, you have our Ultimate mascara. If you want more length, we have our Lash Love Lengthening Mascara, and then we have waterproof, which is the same as our Lash Love. So if you want that definition, but it's in waterproof, okay? And so let's see what mascara I'm going to use today. So I'm going to use our waterproof, okay? And so you're just going to kind of get at the base and zhuzh it back and forth till you get to the tip. You can do mascara on just your tops. You can do tops and bottoms, whatever you would like. And you will want to do, I would say, at least 2 coats of mascara, but you could do 3, 4. The more you do, the more you'll get every lash coated, but then also the mascara formula kind of builds on itself, and so it, depending on the formula you pick, your lashes will look either like have more volume, they will look longer, you know, that kind of a thing, because the mascara kind of builds on each other. I'm just going to do a little bit on the bottoms. Do one more coat on the top. One more coat. If you get mascara on your eyelid, it's okay. Don't freak out. Just let it dry, okay? I'm going to tell you another tip here in a second. Okay. Mascara is done. Okay. Next, we are going to move on to blush. Okay, so if you have a blush brush, you can use that. If not, you can just use like a cotton ball, or you can even use your fingers. Obviously, with a brush, you're going to get a more blended look. Cotton ball, same thing. Fingers will be the last option, I would say, just because that it's a little bit harder to blend like your cheek colors. But okay, benefits of the Chroma Fusion blush is that it really will have its like pure color. It's like infused with ingredients to make it like pure. There's also little light reflecting pigments inside your cheek color. So as light hits it, it kind of gives that like filter without a filter kind of look. Like it just softens things on your face. And there it is long lasting wear. And so another thing that you will learn at your makeup masterclass that starts on Friday is how to apply cheek color and highlight and contour and all those things, but to your specific face shape. So again, I'm going to teach a basic to apply your cheek color today, but just know, like, based on your face shape, there is a way for you to really feel good in blush and know that it's like going to highlight your facial features. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and do this. So here's my quick rule of thumb. Stay 2 fingers away from your nose, start your cheek color there, work your way back on the actual cheekbone, work it back to your hairline. Stay 2 fingers, start there, work your way back. Okay. And for our green eyes, they've paired a rosy nude. So you're going to be staying in this pink family today. This is a really pretty color. So that's like 2 fingers away from my nose, and then just work back to your hairline. Okay, and you can always go back and blend it out. So if you did a cotton ball, it probably was pretty dark. So take it there, flip the cotton ball, and then try to blend that side back to your hairline. Okay, just very subtle. You can add more. You can keep it subtle, whatever your preference is there. We'll say, like, have you ever wondered, like, when you apply makeup, for example, and you say, like, how come, like, when I apply makeup to my face, it doesn't look like hers, or it doesn't look like that model's, or like I bought it because it looks so good on her and then I try it and it doesn't look good on me. Is that like anybody? So I'll just say it could very well be not that, it could be just because like her face shape, her skin tone is different than yours. And so you just might need to apply it a little bit different to your face and it would still look good. Okay. So I just want you to keep that in mind because I know I've been there before too, but like the makeup masterclass will help you learn that, like specifically for your face shape. And then once you know how to apply makeup on your face, like to your face shape, your eye shape, it's like your go-to thing. And it's like you can become a pro like overnight, right? Okay, let's talk lipstick is next. We're almost done with our look. And so we are going to be doing the um, gel lipstick, okay? And it's going to be, what color do you guys have? I'm trying to see here. Rosewood. Rosewood is going to be your color. Okay, so these lipsticks, they're long wear, long lasting, without drying your lips. Okay, so it's not a stain or anything like that. So it will gradually come off as you're eating and drinking and things like that. But it is a long lasting lipstick, just so you kind of know that too. And then there are those little microsphere technology that's infused in it too, which again is going to kind of just soften your lips. And so if you're worried about like your aging, if you're worried about any aging with your lips, it'll kind of soften them up, which is pretty cool too. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And you can use your finger to apply it on and just go like this. Or if you have a creamy brush that's meant for like creams, you could totally use that as well. So there's your lips. You can see like our look is all coming together, very natural, but a little bit of pop. And I want to give you another lipstick tip here. So if you did more neutral colors on your eyes, so like browns, taupes, golds even, and you still want your eyes to like pop, but you also want to feature your lips, here's another little tip for you. So if you remember at the beginning, I said like green eyes, the opposite is like red or anything that has red in them. So if you have like a bold red lip or a bold pink lip, that's also a great way to make your green eyes pop. You can even keep your eyes neutral, but the red or the pink here is really going to contrast with the green. And so it's going to be like featuring your lips, but also making your eyes pop at the same time. And so I thought that was a really good tip for green eyes as well. And so if you're like, I don't want to wear pink and purple every day of my life, Melissa. So I do have a couple of other combos for you to see as well. Let me go ahead and pull that one up. And you can either screen share this or you can write down the colors if you want to. But I will tell you what they are. So these are going to be just really great colors that work for green eyes, or again, if you have hazel eyes. So the first little combo is Blossom, Hot Fudge, and Golden Mauve. So it's playing on a little bit of like some warm browns and some of those pinky kind of colors. The middle one is Highlight, Dusty Rose, Onyx, and Sweet Plum. And I'll say with the Dusty Rose, that one, I wouldn't take it all the way up right underneath your brow bone. It is a little dark for that, but it is a pretty color that you could still layer at the top of your eye for that one. So that's Dusty Rose, Onyx, Sweet Plum. And then the last one is a completely neutral look. So if you wanted to do that bold red lip with this look, it would be Crystalline, Rustic, and Gold Status. So, and that one honestly would be a great one for the holidays too. So, have a bold red lip and then you have like golds and like a little bit of shimmer on your eyes. I just love it. So there's that. You can screenshot that if you want to know more colors for that one. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So now we're all done with our look. How fun, right? So don't forget to take an after picture. Again, get in front of a window or a ring light or a door or go outside, take your picture. Again, you can have it up a little bit, you can angle it, and maybe take a couple of pictures, like a couple with your eyes closed, with your face relaxed. Then you obviously can take some with you smiling and with your eyes open. But the next time that you apply your makeup, you can, and if you love it, you can actually use your after picture as a reference of like, okay, what did I do? Where did it go? So you can keep that and use it as a reference. And I just want you to know I am on a mission to bless 100 women this holiday season with makeup beauty bags. So just like the one that you got. And if you're watching this and you did not get one, please let me know and I will send it to you. But who do you know that has blue eyes? Who do you know that has brown eyes? Hazel eyes, green eyes, okay, just like you. And so, more importantly, though, no matter what their eye color is, like who do you know like that would just love some happy mail, who deserves a little extra pampering? Like who do you know who just loves the plain makeup? Okay, so I will send them a beauty bag in the mail and they can follow along and learn some makeup tips along the way. And the one other thing that I do want to share with you is that there is this free virtual class coming up. It's the Makeup Masterclass. It's an online free event designed to teach you specific makeup techniques based on your face shape and your eye shape. So you can learn how to emphasize your best features. And really, the real value is that you're going to feel equipped in your makeup application. Recently I read the study from Harvard Medical School that, like, when you apply makeup, it can actually give you a boost in confidence, plus a boost in motivation and productivity. So the research describes basically like the way that you carry yourself, like when you feel good about yourself, actually will impact like the chemical structure of your brain. So it's kind of like either like when you put on a pair of heels, or you get like dressed up in like your power suit, like you just feel good in a certain outfit. When you put that on, you just feel really powerful and confident. And so it's the same thing when you know how to apply your makeup to your specific facial features. And so, feeling empowered is like what you want, right? Like, so if that's yes, if you're like, yes, I want to learn more, I can get you the info. I can save your seat for that. And I will send you a link. Has a short little survey and you can submit your before and after pictures with that. It also has a place, if you are interested in the makeup masterclass, you can click in that survey saying you want in or you want more info for that too. And so that's it. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I can't wait to see your pictures. This is so fun. I love playing in makeup. I hope you guys had fun today too. And we'll talk to you soon. See you later.